beholding, seeing God's beauty and glory in the creation chapters of the book of Psalms. A 31-day Personal Devotional Bible Study Guide. Day 23, Psalm 124. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side. Verse 1. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say. 2. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us. 3. Then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. 4. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul. 5. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. 6. Blessed be the Lord, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. 7. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. 8. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Creation verse. Verse 8. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. Reflections. Psalm 124 echoes a very solemn call. There are times when the ways of God may feel just really quiet, far and distant. However, there are also times, like this psalm, that call us to lay our stories out in front of those days when God was literally seen working in the circumstances, and the works of his hands are behind every step of success and every good blessing. As the psalmist had declared, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Verses 1-5. Yes, if it had not been for the Lord, it is a sure statement, a solemn call to bring about for us to remember those precious times where we have seen God move right before our very eyes. It is easy to lament on days when we judge God as being far away from us. However, when we look at the grand scale of God revealing himself to us in a mighty and powerful way, we will be silenced by our judgments and questions. Because deep inside, we know God moves, God cares, and God will never withhold anything good for his children. In the days of seeming silence in our darkest moments, let those moments of, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, remind us that God still works in his own ways, not ours. Stay blessed, and may your reflections on this creation psalm be deep, meaningful, and transformative.